W.O. Bentley founded the company that carries his name on the 10th of July, 1919. Now, more than 100 years later, his name is known across the globe for creating cars with an unrivaled blend of performance and craftsmanship. From W.O. Bentley, who founded Bentley Motors in 1919, to the current team of over 4,000 dedicated employees, the company's extraordinary cars have always been designed and built by exceptional people using only the finest of materials. They have always been driven by exceptional people too. From the passionate Bentley Boys and Girls who raced the cars in the 1920s, encouraging W.O. Bentley to achieve ever greater feats of engineering, to the visionary Bentley owners of today, Bentley drivers help to shape the world around them. As a brand, we are also constantly looking forwards, and in this section you will find our technological innovations and future vision for Bentley. And now, we are going further, towards a more sustainable future. In 2020, Bentley Motors launched the Beyond 100 Manifesto, which outlines our intention to become the most sustainable luxury automotive brand in the world. Relationship between those who create the cars and those who drive them has helped create an enthralling story unlike any other. Explore the stories below to find out more. W.O. Bentley. Born in 1888 as the youngest of 9 siblings, Walter Owen Bentley, though he preferred to be called W.O., founded the company that carries his name on 10 July 1919. Now, almost 100 years later, his name is known across the globe for creating cars with an unrivaled blend of performance and the finest craftsmanship and materials. Below, we take a look at the man who changed motoring forever.
To build a fast car, a good car, the best in its class, W.O. Bentley, founder.
Born in 1888 as the youngest of 9 siblings, Walter Owen Bentley, though he preferred to be called W.O., Bentley Motors was founded by W.O. Bentley. The first car to bear his name pulled out of New Street Mews, London in 1919. From modest beginnings, the company moved from strength to strength in a relentless pursuit of both luxury and performance. Were it not for the brand's 5 victories at Le Mans in the 1920s, plus a 6th in 2003, this combination could be seen as a contradiction in terms. In which case, it could be said that Bentley continues to create the most acclaimed contradictions on the road today. Almost a century later, W.O.'s vision continues to guide our beliefs, actions, and ambitions. Located in Crewe, England, and owned by Volkswagen AG since 1998, Bentley Motors remains the definitive British luxury car company crafting the world's most desirable high-performance Grand Tourers. W.O. Bentley was born with a love of motion. When he was 9 years old, he bought a second-hand bicycle and dismantled it to discover exactly how it worked. But his real passion lay with trains. He left school at 16 to start an apprenticeship with the Great Northern Railway, eventually achieving his childhood dream of working on the footplate of a steam locomotive, hurling coal into the firebox to keep the steam pressure up. He completed his apprenticeship after 5 years, but by then his obsession had moved to the road. While still working for the railway, W.O. bought himself a quadrant motorcycle and, along with 2 of his brothers, threw himself enthusiastically into racing, practicing on the roads early in the morning when police speed traps weren't operating. In 1907, he took part in the London-Edinburgh trial and, although he broke down just outside Edinburgh, managed to repair the bike and finish in time to qualify for a gold medal. Further golds followed in the London Plymouth and London Land's End trials in 1908. As his love of racing grew, W.O. became more and more skilled at refining engine performance, with his modifications to a speed model Rex so successful they were taken up by the official Rex team. W.O.'s engineering skills became even more pivotal when he went into business with one of his brothers in 1912, importing French cars made by Doriot, Flandrin and Parent. On a visit to their offices in France the next year, W.O. discovered a paperweight made of aluminium and wondered whether this lightweight material would make a better piston than steel or cast iron. To add strength and stop it from melting at high temperatures, he experimented with creating a new alloy at a foundry, finally settling on a formula of 88% aluminium and 12% copper. His curiosity paid off. Adding the new pistons to DFP cars took him to victory at Brooklands and enabled him to set a new 89.7 miles per hour record for a flying mile. And his important discovery was to prove crucial to his success in the years to come. When the First World War broke out, W.O. put his ambition to start a car company on hold and instead used his secret advantage to help his country. As a captain in the Royal Naval Air Service, he used his aluminium pistons to create an engine for fighter aircraft that was significantly more powerful and reliable than previous versions, which had been prone to overheating and seizing up in combat. The first Bentley rotary engine, the BR-1, made the Sopwith Camel the most successful British fighter aircraft of the war. W.O. went on to develop the BR-2 and visited active squadrons while supervising its production. At one aerodrome, as he later recalled, every gun in Flanders seemed to open up on us during a strafing attack by Manfred von Richthofen, otherwise known as the Red Baron. Thankfully for the future of motoring, W.O. and the officer accompanying him survived by jumping into a canal. Recognizing his vital contribution to the war effort, W.O. Bentley was awarded an MBE, Most Excellent Order of the British Empire, in the 1919 New Year's Honours List. He also received £8,000 from the Commission of Awards to Inventors, which gave him the capital he needed to fulfill his dream and start his own car company. And so, on the 10th of July, 1919, Bentley Motors was born. The policy was simple, W.O. said. We were going to make a fast car, a good car, the best in its class. It was a goal he would achieve again and again. While W.O. was developing the very first Bentley, the Autocar magazine reported that he was working on a model intended to appeal to those enthusiastic motorists who desire a car which, practically speaking, is a true racing car with touring accessories, an aim that is still part of Bentley's DNA today. After the success of the 3-litre, His six-cylinder, 6.5-litre engine was launched in 1926, originally as the Big Six and 2 years later as the Speed Six. In 1928, he created the 4-cylinder 4.5-litre and in 1930, the 6-cylinder 8-litre. These were road cars first and foremost, but they had the power and endurance to achieve incredible results in competition. Racing to Success WO was initially opposed to racing at Le Mans, the event so closely intertwined with the company's fortunes. "I think the whole thing is crazy," he said. "Cars aren't designed to stand that sort of strain for 24 hours. But after seeing Frank Clement and John Duff finish fourth in 1923, setting the fastest lap in a Bentley 3-litre, he overcame his reservations. Bentley soon came to dominate the 24-hour race, taking an astonishing 5 wins in 7 years and generating a wealth of front-page headlines. A dead-silent 100 mph car. The 8-litre was WO's final creation and is widely considered to be his masterpiece. Such was the power and torque of the straight-six engine, the company proclaimed that the 8-litre would be more than capable of 100 miles per hour, regardless of the type of body the owner had chosen. WO said, "I have always wanted to produce a dead-silent 100-mile-per-hour car, and now I think that we have done it." This verdict was echoed by Captain W. Gordon Aston, reviewing the 8-litre for the Tatler, who said, "Never in my life have I known a vehicle in which such a prodigious performance was linked to such smooth, unobtrusive quietness."
La prima edizione della 24 ore di Le Mans fu organizzata nel 1923 e la corsa divenne subito un ambito obiettivo per le case di auto. Le immagini si riferiscono all'edizione del 1949 vinta da Luigi Chinetti, che lasciò la guida della sua Ferrari all'inglese Lord Selsdon solo per un'ora. Anche all'inizio degli anni 50 la 1000 miglia continuò a riscuotere successo. Nel 1951, tra ben 325 equipaggi al via, fu Luigi Villoresi in coppia con Cassani ad aggiudicarsi la corsa con una Ferrari berlinetta 12 cilindri carrozzata da Vignale.
With the Wall Street crash occurring shortly before the launch of the 8-litre, only 100 were ever made. As Bentley continues to make cars that combine exhilarating performance with exquisite craftsmanship, WO's car is proudly displayed at the factory and crew. Whenever a new chief executive officer is appointed, they are handed the key on their very first day, a fitting tribute to the man who started it all.